Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of my F1 2016 career mode here at Azerbaijan. These are the qualifying goals. If you enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and a comment, and I will now hand over to Anthony Davidson and Crofty to take you through qualifying.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway.
So, as you can see, for this first qualifying session, it's raining. Oh, how I do love the rain, especially when it's around Azerbaijan, because Azerbaijan is a pretty difficult track to do in the wet. As probably most of you all know, because Azerbaijan is a very difficult track in the dry anyway. As we go fastest, but obviously, not that many people have ran. I mean, I know, there were a few people that ran, but as you can see there, the session did dry up towards the end, and Haryanto, Ericsson, and Nasser managed to get out on the super soft tyres. So they somehow qualified on the top three. Well, I say somehow, they managed to get dry tyres, obviously. So you've got the two Force Indias who have been knocked out in Q1. So that's a bit of an interesting situation down there. But for Q2 and 3, it did actually dry up. So for the rest of this will be dry running. So this should be interesting to see where we are in the dry anyway. Obviously there, not the best lap time, getting 7th behind both the Williamses. Verstappen getting 1st, which is interesting, by 2/10. Is that 2/10? I can't tell. The preview is a bit weird. But normal service is resumed, apart from Jenson Button being out-qualified by both Saubers. Although some of you will say that is normal service because it's McLaren Honda. But into Q3 now, Hamilton setting a fastest lap. There we go, P8 for the start of this race. Not the best place to start around Baku because it's Baku, but it should be an interesting race. See how we get on. With Vettel up in 4th, Ricciardo starting on pole, which is interesting. With the two Williams ahead of us, and Verstappen is ahead of us as well, so it should be interesting. Just getting a lot of resource points now for the R&D. Losing the driver rivalry because it's Hamilton. How am I going to win against Hamilton when he's in the fastest car, effectively? Losing both positions on there, and now I'm just going to get my mandatory race goals for this race, getting them from the agent. And well, without further ado, I will now hand you over to Anthony Davidson and Crofty, so you can watch a very interesting race. How will it unfold? Let's find out.
Who would have imagined in those pioneering days of motor racing just how far and wide the love of speed and competition would spread? From Brands Hatch to Jerez to Valencia, the European Grand Prix has made its home all across the continent. And now a new era of this storied race brings us here, to the edge of the Caspian Sea.
So apparently, according to the engineer, I've been leading the team recently. I don't know where he's been, but I don't think I have. I mean, obviously, according to the team, I'm not the first driver, so I don't know where he's got that from. But anyway, that was the strategy, and I decided to get rid of the formation. Not just letting you guys know. We're now on 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights out. And away we go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here. We got off to an average start, not gaining any positions. I say not gaining any positions. We go down inside of the Red Bull and the Williams, just about. Gonna do it down this corner. Yeah, we've got the Williams, so we're now up into 6th place, which is a good start. Gaining 2 positions off the start. Not always that bad. But moving on to the end of lap 1. We're now right behind Massa. Can we possibly get an overtake down here? Maybe we can. Go down the inside, leaves us a space, and we've got him. So, you know, not a bad start to the race really. Coming down the back straight now. I haven't cut, obviously, as you can tell. Going through that little left right. I don't know whether it's a chicane or not. I can't really tell. But coming down the straight now, I was minding my own business, and all of a sudden, the Williams straight line speed, along with the slipstream, was slipstream. I can't pronounce that word for some reason whenever I do this. Anyway, he managed to try to go around the outside of us, but didn't successfully do it anyway. Moving on to the end of lap 2 now, on to the beginning of lap 3, we now overtake our teammate, Sebastian Vettel. Possibly go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, maybe, no, he shuts the on us, which is very nice. We're now going to go down the second straight now. The two Mercedes are battling away and they've slowed up. And we're now going to go down side by side with Ricciardo, getting the slipstream off Hamilton. I think it is going side by side with Hamilton and Rosberg. It's 4 wide, I think it is. I don't know where Ricciardo is. But and we've now, all of a sudden, gone into first place. I don't know how. But we're now all of a sudden in first place. And now there's a safety car. I don't know why there's a safety car, but it's all going off now in the Grand Prix at lap 6. 4 laps later, we now got a safety car. So the engineer is telling me to change strategy, so I'm going to come in next lap, or the end of this lap even, and put some mediums on. So it should be interesting race from now on. I think I'm the only one that's coming pits actually. No, I'm not. Rosberg is behind me. So he's putting on some tyres, soft tyres. Strange. Why is he put the softs on? Surely he's going to have to make another stop. Ricciardo came in at the same time as well. So, you know, some of the top runners are coming in, same time as me. We now come out of the pit behind Ericsson, just ahead of Hulkenberg, which is just about one. This is Hamilton on the next lap in the pits. He had a front wing change. He's only now just leaving the pit lane. I've gone past him, and Verstappen has come out ahead of him, and he's now coming out right by. Whoa! He almost hit my teammate then. How was that? How was that, Verstappen? But anyway, we're now back in the green flag racing. Going to try and overtake Ericsson coming down to the first corner. Whether we'll be able to do it, I don't know. You know, because that, you know, maybe a Sauber, but you know, I was in it in the first season, as some of you may know. If you haven't seen the first season, go check out my channel. It's in the same playlist as this. We successfully overtake Ericsson, and now we do a dive bomb down the inside of Gutierrez. Didn't mean to do that, just letting you know. And this is a live shot on the next lap of Rosberg getting past Ericsson. So I was using Ericsson as a buffer because at this time Gutierrez would pit in for other tyres, and that's me in front of Rosberg there. So I was using Ericsson as a buffer, but then as soon as Rosberg just got past Ericsson, that was it then. And as you can see here, he's now going to overtake me down the back straight using DRS with the Mercedes engine. You know, it's quite fast. You know, doing 220 miles an hour then, I was. So God knows how fast he was going, but we've gone back down the inside of Rosberg into that corner. Cheeky move, and now I don't know why I bothered doing that, because he's going to get DRS anyway down here. So it's pretty pointless overtake there, really. I don't know why, because now, as you can see, he's just going to overtake me again for first place. So now he's just going to run away with the race, and hopefully he will not, you know, run away too far, just so you know I can catch up with him. But there you can see the engineer going through this, and it appears that Rosberg has got one more stop to make. So that's very ignore that corner. That's very interesting. You know, with Rosberg having one stop left, there's me going past the pit lane now on the end of lap 18, and that's Rosberg in the pits, putting Superstar tyres on. So let's see where I'll come out. I think it'll be P4 because the two behind me weren't that far behind. Is it P5? Can't quite tell. I think it's P5. Can't quite see it on the steering wheel. But now we've got a virtual safety car. God, this race has got it all, I tell you that. I mean, I know people say that Baku was really random results on this game, but you know, like, you had a safety car, a virtual safety car, Rosberg's done the 2 stops. You know, God knows, I don't know where Hamilton is now. I've not even seen him for the entirety of this race, but as we get back underway now, Green Flag Racing, just after lap 20, well, going on to lap 21 now. And if you see in the top left, you'll see Ricardo has lost to, and now Rosberg is in third. So he's a man on a mission here to try and get first place back. And now, as he's just gotten past Verstappen, he's now coming for us now on the end of lap 23. He's got super soft tyres on, so he's got 2 compound difference between me and him. So he should technically be winning this race anyway. And as he streams past us, that's him gone. Just a spoiler alert, he does go on to win the race. Just thought I'd let you know. You know, just in case you didn't notice already. But we now cut on to the end of lap 24. We now have a battle with the 2 Red Bulls behind us. This should get rather tasty here. We've got both of them coming down our inside. We've got, or outside even, we've got Ricardo there. And then all of a sudden Verstappen comes out of nowhere. I'm assuming he's using DRS, but I'm in rich. I've not got anything, and they only just managed to get past me. And they never managed to get past me, which is quite a shock really. But as we now cut on to the end of lap 26, the last lap of the race, we've got our teammate behind us, and I decided to let him past. And, you know, spoiler, I decided to let him go past. Rosberg wins the race, and we only just about claim third position. So here are the final classification for the race. You can see that Rosberg won by 7.7 seconds from Vettel and myself. Ricardo, Verstappen, Kvyat, Massa, Hamilton finishing in 8th, which is big. Perez and Ericsson getting a point for Sauber, so that's big for Sauber. Grosjean, Button, Magnussen, Bottas down in 14th, which is big because he was by us at one point. Sainz, Gutierrez, Sainz, Nasser, Wehrlein, Alonso down there in 19th, but that really didn't surprise really because he's a power handler. But moving on to the driver standings then, we have now gone top of the driver standings again by 8 points because of Hamilton's poor result. Rosberg is quickly closing in on us, he's only 20 points behind us now. So it should be a very interesting end. Well, this should be a very interesting rest of the season really because of this. Onto the constructors standings now. Ferrari are now second, 14 points behind Mercedes now, so this should be all the way to the end now, a fight. But if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment. I'll see you next time for the next race, and goodbye.